A tragic moment happened in Minnesota today, and this is a time that we all should come together. This is so sad, really sad. But there's been a tragic shooting in Minnesota involving state lawmakers. Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Marc were fatally shot in their home in Brooklyn Park. Minnesota Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette were also shot in their Champlin home but survived after undergoing surgery. Authorities have identified Vance Boelter, he's at age 57, as the suspect. He allegedly impersonated a police officer to gain access to the victim's home. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has called the attack a politically motivated assassination. A manhunt is currently underway for Boelter, and the FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. So far, this is a developing story, and so pay close attention to your news outlet, and I'll try to give as much information as possible as updates continue to come in. But like I said, this is a really sad day because, politicians, and you can see it happening during these riots, these immigration riots, where politicians tend to try to get to people's emotions, get them passionate enough to be angry, and it helps only their cause. And so now you have all these people, when bills don't get signed or whatever it is, or you think one party's better than the other, or I don't know what goes through people's mind, but it's not good, because what happens is it can cause serious chaos. It happened with Steve Scalise. As you remember, Democrats was really pouring it on, and then they got shot while playing softball. And then now like this here, and it happened in Arizona. I mean, the list goes on where politicians are getting basically assassinated. Trump is a prime example of that. So I think right now, people come in with these Nazis and these hatred lines really need to pay close attention to what they're saying, because it is not looking good, and we really need to change course and to start using better words, better verbiage when we want to express ourselves, because the verbiage that we're using, as you can see, like Maxine Waters and so forth, it's turning out to be bad.
Good Saturday morning. We are still covering breaking news right now at this time. What we know so far is this. Police are on the scene of two separate shootings in the Twin Cities. We have confirmed that 2 state lawmakers have been shot, along with one of the spouses of those lawmakers. Our sources confirm one state senator was shot is State Representative Melissa Hortman. She is pictured here. She was Speaker of the House for many years in the state legislature. The other person that we've confirmed has been shot is State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. He is of Champlin. And just within the last half hour, Governor Walz activated the State Emergency Operations Center. He says local law enforcement in Champlin and Brooklyn Park have the full resources of the state of Minnesota behind them. He went on to say that they are monitoring the situation closely, and they will share more information soon. I know we have a press conference coming up in about 23 minutes. It's going to be in Blaine from the Champlin PD. We will learn more information there.
So this is the suspect. His name is Vance Boelter. He's 57 and is the suspect. There is some information about him. I think they did go to where he was staying at, I think temporarily, like he has like roommates there. But this is what's going on so far.
Hi, Ken. Good morning. Police Chief Marc Perspective, Brooklyn Park Police Department. The question is, how did we get to Representative Hortman's house, and it was proactively or not? The circumstances that unfolded in Brooklyn Park this morning is that we assisted the Champlin Police Department on a shooting. That shooting was made aware by one of our sergeants that it was at Senator Hoffman's home. In hearing that very intuitive sergeant asked our officers to go check on Melissa Hortman's home, the representative that lives in our community, just proactively as due diligence to swing by. That police officer and his partner pulled down the street. When they arrived at Melissa's house, they noticed that there was a police vehicle in the driveway with the lights, emergency lights on, and what appeared to be a police officer at the door coming out of the house. When our officers confronted him, the individual immediately fired upon the officers, who exchanged gunfire, and the suspect retreated back into the home.
Was this an actual police officer or impersonating a police officer?
Yes, the question is, was it a real person or a person impersonating a police officer? It was not a real police officer. This is somebody that clearly had been impersonating a police officer, again, using the trust of this badge and this uniform to manipulate their way into the home.
So Chief, for the janitorial parallel, the person not only was wearing a badge posing as a police officer, when they approached their victims, they had a car with lights and sirens?
Yes, the question is what kind of vehicle and how were they dressed? They did drive a vehicle that looked exactly like an SUV squad car. It was equipped with lights, emergency lights that looked exactly like a police vehicle. And yes, they were wearing a vest with taser, other equipment that would, a badge very similar to mine, that no question if they were in this room, you would assume that they are a police officer.
Chief Ridley, Adam Duxer with WCCO News. Can you describe the moments after that played out? You said the person went into the home, and then can you help us understand the next 10, 15 minutes of how we got to the point we're at now?
Yeah, briefly, although I'm just going to remind us that this is an absolutely active investigation. We have thousands of people sheltered in place in the city of Brooklyn Park right now. We are in an extensive manhunt involving hundreds and hundreds of police officers and SWAT teams searching, gridding off areas as we believe confidently the suspect had fled out the back of the house after being confronted by the police.
We're going to go live now. We've got a reporter on scene there. It was Raya, I believe, but now it's Michelle. Anyway, let's go live. What have you learned on scene this afternoon?
Well, Julie Arena, I'm about to get to some pretty ominous details. I've been on scene for about 10 minutes. It's, again, ominous is the word that I can use to describe what I'm learning right now. But first, let me give you paint this scene for you right now. We're at Fremont and 48th. Again, North Minneapolis. A lot of media members here trying to gain some information. This is a home, as you can see. There has been a lot of damage here to the front yard. You can see the windows are busted. We see some big tire tracks here on the front yard, on the dirt. It is clear that something happened here, guys. And MPD was able to confirm with us that this was the address where they executed a search warrant. So that much we know from MPD. Again, them saying they assisted in the search warrant, the search that was happening right here. And from speaking with a roommate, he doesn't want to be named, he doesn't want to go on camera, but I spoke with a roommate in the last 5 minutes. He tells me Vance Boelter lives here just a couple times a week. Again, we already know about his residence in Green Isle, but this is where he lives just a couple times a week for about 2 years is what this roommate says. And this is so that Mr. Boelter can have some of the odd jobs that this roommate was saying. Apparently, he has worked in positions where he brings bodies to the morgue. Apparently, Mr. Boelter would also take eyeballs out for research. Again, these are the words from one roommate that I spoke with. They also know him as a good guy. There seems to be a number of roommates who share this home with Mr. Boelter. And about noon or sometime in the afternoon is when that so-called big military truck tried to come to this home, or did come to this home, and try to execute that search. That roommate I spoke with says that truck rammed the doors right open. That truck apparently had a rod with a camera attached, presumably in their attempts to find their suspect, Mr. Vance Boelter. from as far as we know, he wasn't here. And the roommates tell us, what the roommate that I spoke with tells us, Mr. Boelter has not been here all morning since he left at about 6:30 a.m. Now, what got the roommates concerned initially, they had known about the incident over in Brooklyn Park that started this whole situation. But what got them initially concerned was Mr. Boelter usually has two cars, those police-style cars, those former police cars that we are now so familiar with, but that is the cars that he normally drives around. One of the cars was in the back, and that roommate noticed the passenger side window was busted. Okay, and so one of the roommates, they started searching for Mr. Boelter. They know him as Vance. Noticed that Vance was not here at home, and so they texted him. So at that point, they did get a text back. Again, all according to that roommate I spoke with. Mr. Boelter apparently said, "I love you guys very much. I'm making some bad choices. I do not want to implicate you all. I may be gone for a while, and I may be dead." Guys, these are very, again, ominous. Those words, very ominous. And from that point on, these roommates, they contacted police.
So that's as much as I can, information that I could get for you. We do know I'm not sure if they caught him already or if they're still, searching for him, but he is, armed and should be considered dangerous. Once again, my heart goes out to the family of the victims, and let's hope for the two that did survive a speedy recovery, and for the other two, our prayers, my prayers, I know everybody's prayers are with them, and with the family. The only thing I can say is that I hope that we can start toning it down. We don't have to like everything politicians do, but we do have to be careful with our words, because our words can really affect others and can cause serious harm. And so, yeah, let's try to do better as a society. You know, once again, Democrats, they make me upset, but I'm not going to go out and harm a Democrat. I like to do my battle in the debate field. So, let's find other ways to vent our anger instead of, using words that can cause serious harm to others. Okay? Let's try that. And I think we will be a better society if we start following that path. But anyway, guys, I'll do my best to try to keep you updated on the situation. As soon as I get it, I definitely will pass it on to you guys. So once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel. It'll help me out a lot. And you can also reach me at themarcperspective@gmail.com. All right. Enjoy the weekend. I should be coming out with another video. In fact, I might start working on one after I finish this one. All right. So enjoy the weekend, guys, and happy Father's Day for those who probably hear this tomorrow. Peace.